experiences, it's knowledge, regardless which part of the world we have come from, regardless what your designation in an organization is, regardless your age, regardless your gender. Everybody's got something to add, everybody's got something to contribute. And how are we going to do this? Speak to your people. Try to understand the job. Try to visualize the job. Try to feel it. Socialize a little bit more with them. And I'm talking about the cohort, the migrant workers cohort place. And you speak to them exactly the way we speak to other ladies or other gents within Australia, within Melbourne. That's a lot of English. And I'll give you a little example again. But I'm really, really angry and we're having a domestic brew with my husband. Guess what? I don't speak in my mother tongue, my language, Telugu. I actually speak in English. And I speak really fast. And he just stares at me saying, "What was that?" I'm talking to you in English. "That's a lot of English words." I said, "Yeah, I'm swearing at you." He just doesn't get it. It's the acumen. It's each individual's acumen is different. We can't speak to our workers, these migrant cohort workers, similar to a board member or similar to a supervisor. We can't speak in the same style. We can't speak in the same accent. They are too scared. They feel very vulnerable. Try to understand their culture. Try to understand their life. Try to understand their job. And I'm talking about not only during the process of injury recovery or injury management, but holistically, try to understand more. If applicable, if feasible, if possible, visit them at home. Try to understand their family at home, the setting, the children, what is their day-to-day life like. Get into the skin of this injured worker's life. Remember guys, these are the migrant workers who believe they've got another new life in Australia. They're highly motivated individuals, exceptionally hardworking, genuinely passionate and loyal, not just to the company, to the country, to the city. They decided to leave the continent, leave the country, leave the contacts, and call Australia as their home. Definitely they're not here to live on the system. They are here to work. They are here to grow. They are here to thrive. They are here to contribute to the benefit of the community. They are here like every one of you. We need to look after them. We can't just take it for granted. We can't be under the perception that they are understanding everything like any other Australian employee. Not really. Definitely not. And obviously meet the family. It's not going to be that scary. You would be absolutely welcome. Very, very respectfully. They would be absolutely honored and humbled if one of the senior person came to their house to check on them. Trust me, I've been in that situation a few times myself. It's very, very humbling when a senior person from my organization comes down all the way, made an effort, made an attempt, took all the time and patience to come and meet me or my family or my husband at home. Oh gee, it is the biggest day of my life. That is how we are brought up. And listen to their stories, their experiences. Definitely there are a lot of other things that we may have not known until that moment. Because probably they're too shy or too intimidated to tell you what their background is exactly. Where did they come from? You might not know the whole picture when they are one of your employees. But at that point in time, sit down and have a conversation. Definitely you'll have a little bit more insight into their life, into their background, into their upbringing. It's going to be a lot more easy for you to connect, bond, and help this person to recover and come back to work as soon as possible, which is more practicable. And all I could say is, please, 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 we need to start reviewing our processes about return to work plan, return to work management. We talk about employer, we talk about employees, we talk about the insurer, we talk about allied health professionals, we talk about every layer, even in the legislation. We talk about all these other stakeholders in the process of injury management. Where's the wife? Where's the husband in this plan? Where are the other entities, main stakeholders of the family of this injured person in this whole discussion? Where is she? Does she need any help? Because whatever the impact is going to be in the family is directly correlated to this person who's recovering. What about her? What about him? What about them? What about her job? What about her pressure? What about her mental health and well-being? How is it affecting her relationships at work? What is her work performance? Is she putting up a facade so that the husband is not further hurt? Or is the husband hiding from the wife so that they act as nothing has happened? What about her? Have you ever thought about it? Because remember, they're migrants. They may have been here only for 5 years or 8 years or 10 years. They may not be completely aware what their eligibilities are. They might not even know what is called Beyond Blue or this lifeline number that this wife or this husband can actually ring to obtain some additional support while their partner is recovering from the injury. Probably everything is just too much for them to absorb. So my request to all of you, as I believe we all are influencers, I take immense pride to call all ourselves as influencers. We are all here for the same reason. And our outcome, what we are all working together, is the same outcome. So my humble request to all of you guys is, please reflect. Please ask yourselves. Please go back to your organizations and ask the question is, what kind of processes or additional processes do we have to make sure the other small cohort of migrant employees, are they being given a little bit of extra attention because of their upbringing, because of their different belief system, because they're from a different nation where safety means nothing. And I really hope there would be a big shift in many years to come within each of our communities. And going from here, all I would like to remind you is it will allow us to increase our ability to treat people of all nations with more compassion. It's going to allow us to assist in dealing with real issues in real time and challenges and come up with suitable resolutions. It's going to give us more connectivity and bonding and help us develop a more transparent, honest relationship with our workers, where they feel safe and okay to talk about hazards and injuries to the manager or to the boss. It also gives us, obviously, better outcome. The journey is more doable. It's not that daunting. And from here, all I can tell you is, I want to make you feel inspired because it's doable. I want you to start thinking because it's achievable. I want you to think like someone else. I want you to feel for a minute what it is like to be a migrant employee in an organization, regardless the size and the type of organization we're talking about. And all I would like to tell you is we need to come up with better tactics so that these workers are feeling completely inclusive and the workplaces are thriving by having diverse workforce and the business is growing bigger than better. And this is what my message is for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my story. Thank you for being here. And by the way, today is my first talk in my entire life. It takes immense pleasure, and I'm equally humbled to be one of the speakers this afternoon, and I am absolutely thankful to each one of you for attending. And I hope, at least if there was a minuscule of information that you were able to imbibe from today's talk, and if I was able to influence you to a certain extent, probably I'm the right person to be in this job. Thank you again, and I would like to request you, do you have any questions, please? Oh, usually in my training programs, when I don't get any response, I usually say, you're hijacked, I'm repeating my training session all over again. Any questions, please? Thank you.